Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver
Hey guys,
now.
we're roadtoruta.com. What's going on in silver? You see they let it go up a little bit and they slammed it back down. This is so obvious to anybody who's been in the silver market. But hey, that's a rigged market. Why do I show you price when I say I don't care about price? Because it gives us an inkling of where the bad guys are going, what they're trying to do. And it also gives us this. This is the 100 and 200 day moving averages. This is your floor for silver. This is how much you could lose temporarily if you bought today and they slammed it down and you had to sell for any reason. These are the moving averages that the criminals use to try to spoof the hedge funds, spoof the technical traders. As you can tell right now, the 200-day moving average is $31.25. That's your low for silver. So you have all this blue upside on the top. Infinity. Silver could trade at infinity, meaning you can't find it at any price. Anywhere from here to 50, anywhere from here to 100, anywhere from here to 1,000. But the downside is $31.25 because they won't keep it below this moving average. This is when India and China start buying physical and it instantly pops the price back up. We've been watching this for a very long time. So yeah, can they hold it down there for a week or two, a month or two? Sure. It will cost them massive amounts of physical silver to do that though. So they don't want to do that and they literally are not doing it. This was, how long did it stay below? From the 4th to the 9th with a weekend in between. Basically, you're looking at a week. A week of potentially silver being down below the 200-day moving average. Whereas right now, you can buy silver at most coin shops somewhere around, well, it depends what type you want, 32, 33 bucks, 34 bucks. I think it's Ted Butler used to call it when silver was below $5, he'd say dimes to the downside, dollars to the upside. That's the kind of asset you want to invest in. Dimes to the downside, dollars to the upside. I'd say a couple dollars to the downside. They might try to blow it under $30 again. I don't know. Something's coming up, obviously, as they get closer and closer, because this is all run off computer programs, 100%. And they can click a mouse and put it to minus $40. But how long would it stay there? They did it with oil. How long did it stay there? Brief time. And then it ran sky high. Silver hasn't been allowed to run sky high since 1980. No, 2011 was not a real run to $50. That was JP Morgan orchestrating the high blow off top, an artificial top for silver. Jamie Dimon put his guy Bill Daley as Obama's chief of staff, and that's what he did in 2011. They ran it as soon as, like, literally 1 month after Bill Daley got in office as the chief of staff of Obama. The price of silver ran from $20 to $50, like almost in a perpendicular line, and then got slammed and started the bear market. Let me show you kind of what it looks like. So it was right in here, 2011. Right in here, boom, jumps it up to 50 and then slams it down. That was not a real move. That was Jamie Dimon and the riggers, and they even got busted for it 8 years later when they tried to do something similar with Trump when it comes to the repo market. And Trump busted them for the silver rigging that they did in the past. That's the game we're playing. So everything's looking good if you are in this for the medium or long haul. Short term, anything can happen, but it won't happen for very long. Like I said, it won't stay. If they drop it below the 100-day moving average, they start picking up. Anything under the 200, they're really going to pick up a lot of physical silver. And that's the game right now, physical silver. Here we go. We have, now I've been counting, I'm counting the deliveries for May. It's a May delivery month. The silver, let's get to silver right now. We are currently looking at 14,604 contracts have been delivered. Massive month in May, which is 73 million ounces. There's still 2.460 million ounces left to be delivered, which you can find here. That's 492 contracts left to be delivered. But look what happened. This is as of Friday. Open interest jumped. So more people stood for delivery than took delivery, which is great. And that's been happening almost every month. So if you look at, okay, so we got 73 plus the 2.4. Then you have the micros. Nobody looks or talks about the micro silver. Micro silver is the 1,000-ounce contract right here. Who is doing this? Look at that. The CME, the actual exchange, provides the metal. They don't have the metal in the micro contract, which is a 1,000-ounce contract. So ADM is taking delivery and Advantage are taking delivery. I think it's even more expensive to do. Why are they doing it? I don't know. But they so far have stood for delivery for 1.89 million ounces. And there's still 10 trading days left in May. So I extrapolated 9 trading days. 9 trading days at 100 contracts a day, which is about average of what they're doing, including the micros. As you can tell, see, every day there's more. Like, for example, right here, 138 was on Friday. 138 contracts, which is 650 million ounces. So I added that, and it comes about 4.5 million ounces left that will probably be delivered in the next 9 trading days on the COMEX silver contract and the micro silver futures contract. That would give us a total of 81,837,000 contracts for the May delivery month. That is another back-to-back massive month. That is huge, and it goes right next to, you put this next to that one, which was 82, I think. Well, let's find out exactly. This is 81,837, and this one is 16,149. That would beat March's massive delivery month. I hope everybody understands that the silver is in play. Physical silver is in play. Everything else is bullshit. Futures contracts, options, SLV, mining shares, all of it is worthless, in my opinion. When the banks fall down, they won't be traded. You won't be getting them. They will just be gone. I think the COMEX will be gone. I'm reading a very interesting book on how the oil and gas trading really began on the NYMEX in the 70s with a bunch of it was a ridiculous exchange trading potatoes and just a bunch of criminals, and somehow they got the one gas contract, probably through because the U.S. wanted to control the gas price. So that's how they do it. They do it with futures and options. No longer did you need OPEC. If you have an artificial demand, that's why they set up OPEC, artificial demand for the U.S. dollar, it saved the dollar. Artificial demand for the U.S. dollar in the futures contracts, voila, you can control the price, and it's all about the dollar. Who's going to soak up all these dollars being printed? And that was the NYMEX. Now that's failing, and everybody wants to trade oil in different currencies and not go to the NYMEX or any oil trading exchange, which is ridiculous. So what is the next plan? Well, that's pretty easy. There you go. Stablecoins. Billions and billions of dollars are going into stablecoins. Like I said, artificial demand for the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar cannot stand on its own. But in comparison to everything else, it doesn't look like it's dying. Everything is dying on the fiat world. And all these dollars are going to be printed and budgets being blown out, and they'll all go into stable coins, which is the next con. You guys hear, buddy? I don't know what he's doing. It's the next con is the stable coin. Now, why am I saying that stable coins are a con? Because it's just artificial demand. It's just more fiat. Unbacked, ridiculous, invented money out of thin air. You need to get your physical silver in your own possession as soon as possible. I do think the COMEX will shut down this year. When I I'm looking at Cliff's data, his emotional tension data. There's a big spike come July. Big spike come July, but also October is just massive. So July or October is when I'm thinking that we have something like 2008 financial crisis, except much bigger. Yeah, because the derivative market is much bigger. It's more like $3 quadrillion instead of $2 quadrillion. And they'll try to paper it over and say everything's fine, but it won't be fine this time. There's too much fighting. There's too much, nobody believes in anybody or anything anymore. And oh, by the way, we have the largest debt in human history is right now. There's more debt than anything. That's the big problem. One of the many, but the largest problem is everybody's in debt. You can never get out of this debt. Your money is actually debt. So it is insane. And the stablecoin thing, again, just artificial demand. Every stablecoin is a derivative. And we'll get added to the list. What are we going to go to? 4 quadrillion, 5 quadrillion in derivatives? How many derivatives do you need such that one player, for example, JP Morgan Chase, gets taken out because of their Epstein involvement, which was massive. Bunch of stuff coming about the Clintons last weekend. Massive. The Clinton body count, massive. All of this is destabilizing to a $3 quadrillion derivative market. And yes, cryptos are derivatives for the most part. Cryptos like this, stable coins. Oh, by the way, I hope you have some Veritasium if they're going to make a stable coin. That's one of Reggie's inventions. You can apply Reggie's invention to stablecoin. It's very simple. Same with XRP. XRP is a massive violation of Reggie's patent. It's getting more complicated, and the only way out of this insanity is to blow everything apart. And that's what's coming. Now to get off, I having a discussion with my good friend Will Laird today. I will post that on YouTube probably later today or tomorrow. He's got a new company, real excited about it, called Unbound Assets, and I'll be talking to him today. So keep your ear out and eye out for that. It's really cool. Really cool. All right. That's what I got for you. Same day, different rig. But the whole stablecoin thing, artificial demand for U.S. dollar, derivatives, the derivative bubble will blow this year. I would say probably in October, but something's going to happen in July. According to Cliff's data, it's going to be bigger than when Trump got shot. And I think the October event will be bigger than the 2008 financial crisis. That's my take right now. All right. You want more information? Go to roadtoroota.com. Listen to my discussion with Sean at SGT Report. You really want to know what's going on with silver? Look at the criminal machinations. Every red box here is the Silver Institute changing historical numbers. And then definitely solar is kicking ass still. It's a little slower, but not much. And they're using more silver, not less. Don't let them lie to you. And then definitely listen to the 3-part interview I had with the head of Silver Eagle Sales at the U.S. Mint, where he outlines 5 different things that the U.S. Mint is doing illegally to keep you from holding Silver Eagles. I don't think there's anybody running the show right now, and we'll see what happens. It's a crazy time. Go to roadtoroota.com. Right now, we're giving away the Theta tokens, the family of Theta tokens. Theta's going to be gigantic. It will be UBI, Universal Income, because everybody who has a phone is going to be able to run it and run an edge note on their phone, and they'll be earning little bits of T-Fuel. Again, I'm more heavily weighted toward buying T-Fuel right now than Theta because of the 25-to-1 ratio, 24-to-1 ratio. Kind of like silver and gold. I love them both, but I love silver a hell of a lot more than gold, especially because I know that there's 10 times as much gold as they're telling you. And, all this shit's going to fall apart this year. We'll find out, though, right? We'll find out. This is Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.